16 marbles competing in this tournament for the most points, where the track gets bigger and more challenging. Round 1 of 7 is now underway. The marbles slowly getting released with the fear of them potentially getting stuck right out of the gate, but everyone made it through that starting gate and is now into the first of 2 funnels in this track. The track will slowly get bigger each round, and there are 4 rounds. Marbles will be awarded points based on how they finish in each round. If a marble gets stuck or falls off the track, they're eliminated, with the exception of the final round, and the marble with the most points at the end wins the tournament. That rule explanation comes during this first race, where we already see marbles making it across. Cotton Candy won that race, so they'll get the 16 points. Deep Blue finished in last, so they'll get just 1 point. For round 2 of 4, we're adding a green snake and a red funnel. Extending the track each round is something new that we're doing. And round 2 is now underway. Deep Blue kind of getting a head start, but they are quickly passed up by quite a few marbles into that first funnel, and Circus goes from last entering that red funnel to leaving that funnel in first. Twilight Twister and Serpent coming up closely, and Ocean Cats, they made a good hit there on Cotton Candy, is once again going to have the lead through that funnel. Twilight Twister is closely, and Amethyst briefly got stuck but was freed up by Sea Striker, and Cotton Candy once again leading, gonna go through the maze through that top lane, and Twilight Twister barely holding off Tarantula in a really close 3 marble battle for second, third, and fourth. Circus and Serpent taking their time. Serpent barely holding off Avalanche through that maze, and Tarantula briefly stumbled on one of the bumpers. They get passed up by Sky Blue, and Flamethrower is going to be the last one to finish, but they're not going to get eliminated here as Lime and Dasher gets stuck right at the start of that maze. The stakes are higher for round 3, where the marbles have to make it through a double jump stunt through dual paths. 15 marbles remain, and they are released into the double jump, and all the marbles made it through. It appeared that there were 3 marbles stuck at the top of that red funnel. Hard to see, but looked like that 3 marbles got stuck, but they were able to get going again. Sea Striker, Sky Blue, and Yellow Jacket they were. And Amethyst almost stalls in that green snake, taking a bad hit off the wall and nearly stalling at the top of that orange funnel too. Serpent had the lead, but got a nice hit from Caribbean Sea and is getting passed up by quite a few marbles. And Ocean Cats, it comes out of nowhere to take the lead into that maze, briefly getting passed by Caribbean Sea, and Serpent even gets past them as well, and actually takes the victory in that maze. Cotton Candy had that third place spot, but stumbled on that final bumper up top and got passed by Tarantula too, and Deep Blue getting stuck at the top of that final row of bumpers, and this would be a massive disappointment if they end up getting eliminated here. Sea Striker and Yellow Jacket nearly getting stuck, but both marbles make it through, and Deep Blue unfortunately sees their road come to an end by 1 bumper. For our last round, we brought back the Sky Rail and added another funnel. Cotton Candy leads by 2 points over Amethyst. How will things shake up? And our remaining 14 marbles are off, with Glower Green having the early lead, but a lot can change. And it's going to be Tarantula having the lead onto the Sky Rail very fast. And already from a camera perspective, it seems like the field is widely spread out, but in reality, they'll all come back together in the red funnel. Tight battles for the lead, while Amethyst nearly stalls at the top of the splitter. Yellow Jacket in the meantime holds off Twilight Twister through that green snake, and Flamethrower ends up squeezing right past Sky Blue in that green snake to take 5th place. And Yellow Jacket is getting challenged from Tarantula and Caribbean Sea, but they hold on. Circus actually gets past Tarantula, but they hit on Caribbean Sea well and are trying to fight back, but are held off, while Yellow Jacket, Circus extends their lead over Twilight Twister using great lines, and they're going to win this final race. And a bad bounce off of the lower bumper in that second row causes Tarantula to get stuck on that row, but because this is the last round, they are not going to get eliminated. We almost saw Amethyst get stuck on one of the blocks. They almost got past Avalanche on that final row of bumpers, and Glow Green is going to be the last one to finish, only managing 2 points, a far cry from having the lead out of the game that last round. And Cotton Candy is tied with Amethyst overall with 46 points, so they'll be in a tiebreaker race. Both marbles are in the starting gate, and they are released, with Cotton Candy having a fast start with the angling that they had, and that gives them an early advantage, but a lot can change from here on out, and Cotton Candy has a pretty big lead through the Sky Rail section, and they are trying to pull away from Amethyst, but Amethyst should not be counted out just yet. And they make a good hit, as I say that, on Cotton Candy, but Cotton Candy is trying to use their body to protect Amethyst from getting on past them, and it worked well as Cotton Candy gets the lead through that green snake. Amethyst not that far behind, and they cannot quite make a hit. They almost stall on the top of that yellow funnel, and both marbles weavering in and out of that hole, and Cotton Candy had the lead, and they stall, and Amethyst is now going to have a potential opportunity handed to them. It's going to be pretty close. Amethyst has the lead into the maze. Cotton Candy has great angling there, but their line allows Amethyst to take the lead. Amethyst has the lead. Cotton Candy catches up at the last second to force a photo finish. Let's see, Amethyst had the lead. They hit off that one bumper, and that allowed for Cotton Candy to steal the victory away at the last minute. What an amazing finish to this tournament. Cotton Candy wins it all.